Hello, good morning. Yesterday we have learnt why the power system planning is required and a new power system is required. It is already well known fact. In earlier days we are utilizing integrated power system. Now as per the change of scenario we have to go for break that. Instead of integrated system, decentralized power system may be used, which is very much helpful to construct the market structure of electricity. In this respect, we have to know all the details or informative structure before going to plan a new design system. Under that, one of the concept, electrical supply rules. These electrical supply rules are very much related to distribution of supply. Hence, as per Section 50 Electricity Act 2003, the rules have been framed. These rules are referred as distribution code are notified by State Regulatory Commission. The summary of these points are explained or as shown in below. Point number 1, it goes to the in favor of administrative. Administrative means this, it informs about the connections, connected load and demand, disconnection of supply and recovery of the default consumers, or fining of system, or it may be due to licensing and how to use the electricity. And finally also we have to consider theft considerations if any theft happens, and it is also considered local visit of utility officers to the check the load at any time. These all administrative rules are comes under the administrative point. Next, we have to go for system. It gives about the information of supply system and requirement of balancing, that is use of single phase loads from three phase AC load system. How the balance is achieved, this is very much helpful to the utility or private participation companies. Next, we have to move for limitations. Always there are certain limitations in any design of the system. In the same manner, the limitations are means here coming on loads. We are using some loads, which loads are taking more load, some loads are taking less load. The loads which offering less load, there is no problem. The loads which offers more current, that means more effect of power factor, these are very much important to cause the system to operate in peak load conditions. Hence, the limitations of such load uses, that is means water heater, air conditioner, welding units and electric motors as well as arc furnaces. These are the some electrical equipments or in which takes more current, you have to put the limit. Service lines, it informs about the service lines, which type of service lines are designed to utilize the electricity or to connect the connection between pole to your utilization point, and point of attachment of supply, and some very protective equipments like fuse and now later on MCB, RCCB and changeover switches. These are very important. Then you can give the protection. It is already well known, every electrical distribution system is designed after a fuse or after a MCB. It is well known fact, because anything once goes in abnormal condition, then this protective system should separate the electrical installations from the main supply. Hence, we need some equipments and protective equipments, and where the these are placing, and suitable protection system. By using, nowadays we can go for different type of relays are there, different type of advanced fusing systems are there. Now almost MCVs are available from 2 ampere to 200 ampere. Finally, extension, we have to go for earthing. Earthing is very much efficient in all utilization of electrical equipments. Hence, after making the design of your distribution system, such a distribution system should be used suitable earthing system, which has to protect all the your earthing system from abnormal conditions. Next, we have to discuss about some special requirements. It is mainly focus on power factor of electrical equipments, and we have to improve the power factor. It is well known fact, and it is also limits of the capacitor installations. There is also certain rules, certain limit for capacitor installation, where the capacitor installation has to be provided as per your electrical equipments. And it is also important to know the harmonics developed by these power factor equipment devices, which may affect the consumer's devices. That is also one of important. Then leading power factor causes switching oscillations. This leading power factor is another important criteria. It may cause some oscillations, it may affect very sensitive to electronic equipments. Then later on we have to move for tariff. Existing tariff in India, we are almost using two-part tariff only, but here tariff structure has to be changed for coming well effective load management. That means TOD, time of day, time of use. That means every 1 hour tariff structure should be changed. It is well expected to utilize the electricity properly. Then load, it may gives the information about the load, demand and diversity factor of the consumer as well as power plant. Then consumer disputes. If any consumer disputes occurs, then this utility should has the settlement option. Hence, some rules, regulations have been developed for effective use of electricity from utility and consumers. The rules developed are transparent. If anything wrong on the utility have to make the compensation. If anything wrong on consumers, then consumers they have to bear as per utility action. Next, there are certain set of rules. Already we know that include of private participation. The private participation is encouraged to use in all sectors, either in generation, either in transmission and distributed sections. So one of the point comes here. The rules have been framed in distributed generation. That means decentralized generation. What rules they have to follow private generation companies? This point encourages. And open access rules. It is already well known that as the demand of electricity increases, existing system should be changed along with the world challenging things. Hence, in future we are going to get electricity market in one area only. Hence, more number of companies are available, then consumers have to access their electricity market as per their need. It may be on efficiency, it may be on reliability, it may be on cost effective. Consumer may enjoy choice of electricity with some rules. Then what are the types of rules they have to bear, utility as well as consumers? Then we can move for demand side management. The effective load control can be achieved by load side management by bringing effective control or bringing some efficient use of equipments or changing the load use pattern, that is from on load to off load. Hence, such type of controls are called demand side management or consumer side management. This method also reduces the electricity use pattern. Hence, it is also very much useful to reduce the energy consumption of their level, and it also affects the national economy. Hence, thank you to one and all.